Next month, Bloomington High School South senior Violet Hall will compete in the World Para-Track Championships in India. Isabella Vesperini has more on Hall, a sprinter who was born without the lower part of her right arm.
Violet Hall never thought she'd start her senior year of high school training for a world championship. She started in para-athletics after her coaches encouraged her to look at the finishing times needed to compete nationally.
I thought hey, my times are really close to that. I can definitely reach those if I keep working at this.
Hall competed at this month's Para-National Championships in Eugene, Oregon, winning the 200 meters ahead of a two-time silver medalist in the event at the Paralympics. But even that didn't guarantee her a spot on Team USA. She had to wait for the announcement.
So I was the very last name to be listed, and once they announced my name, I looked at my mom, I said, why'd they have to do that to me? And I got out in the hallway and I took a big sigh. I actually started tearing up.
Since then, Hall's been practicing 3 times a week, working on sprint drills and block starts. With only one hand to put on the ground at the start of a race, her technique has to be unconventional.
I do keep my front foot a lot flatter than other people, and I keep more of my foot on the ground rather than the pedals, just so I have more stability.
With about a month until race day, that's her main focus.
We're working very specifically on getting her out of the blocks more efficiently, more powerfully. That's been a challenge for her. Her particular limitation requires us to make some compromises with her positioning in the block. And so we're trying to find the best way to get the most force out of the blocks so she can get into a good acceleration position quicker than she has been.
Hall started competitive running in 4th grade on the St. Charles Catholic School track team. In high school, she has been a long jumper and high jumper as well as a sprinter.
Nobody here thinks of her as someone with a disability that she's getting special attention for. She is quite literally one of the best athletes in the school. So coaching kids that have a ton of natural ability it's super enjoyable. It's a challenge. How do we get kids to most fully express the natural ability that they have within whatever limitations they have?
At 6'1", Violet also plays as a forward for South's basketball team. Her coach thinks she's talented enough to play at an NCAA Division I school and college. Hall says people underestimate her more in basketball than in track.
A lot of people think that because I have one arm that I'm not going to be good at basketball, but whereas track, I have both my legs. They work fine. They can see all my results online.
Rensink praises Hall for being flexible and finding ways to adapt without part of her right arm.
She has lived her life with this disability, and she has found a way to adapt and be able to do virtually anything. She's one of the best players on our basketball team. So track and field, that's a breeze compared to having to play a ball sport with one arm that's half the length of the other. It's pretty amazing.
As the biggest meet of her young life approaches, Violet focuses on preparation.
All I can give is all that I have. And so whether that's maybe 70% on one day, but it feels like 100 that day, I just give everything that I can for that day, and that's all I can do.
Set, go! Fast, fast, fast!
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Isabella Vesperini.
Hall will run the 100 and 200 meters in the T46 category, which is for athletes who have a single arm amputation above or below the elbow or a similar impairment and normal leg functions.